NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Let's go.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Check out route. Hot. Slam.
Murray now on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw is Murray. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Murray with a 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Tight end, rock.
They'll run on first down. It's Hubbard, and they're able to bring him down at the 20. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Check 53 is marked. Target.
On second down, it's Hubbard, and they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Let's go. Check 24.
On first down, Hubbard, and he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On third down, Mayfield. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Gerald Everett is tied in, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
180. 58, come on. Here we go. Check 31, check 31. Point it right. Check. Alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job.
Yep, 180. Oh, you got deep? Shoot.
They'll run on first down. It's Hubbard, and he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 yards, good enough for a first. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On first down, Hubbard. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Mayfield. The open man is Westbrook. And the ball is knocked out, and the Colts pick it up. The 40, 30, the 20, 10, and they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Mayfield on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now pass there, complete to Westbrook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. They'll run on first down. It's Hubbard, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. A give running right is Mack. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. And an alley to run. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. around the NFL. Second quarter down in Tampa. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. On first down, Hubbard, and now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Colts pick it up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A fumble lost last week, now a fumble lost this week. Is this just growing pains of a rookie?
It is growing pains, but they can't afford them. Not him nor his team. That means extra work during the week with his coaching staff and extra work on his head to make sure he doesn't lose his confidence. They like him. They want him to flourish.
Because you know he wants to avoid that label of being a fumble machine.
It is a label that is hard to shed, and that just means teams come after you even more, ripping and raking at the football when you're carrying it.
At the Jaguars' 40-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 48 for Mike. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Play fake. Murray looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big pickup of 38.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Put the flag. Let's go.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And one of the things that makes this play so difficult to defend is that it has so many options to it. And the quarterback has to go through them and fast. Do you hand it off inside? Do you keep it yourself? Do you pitch it to a trailing back? On this play, it's hard to say that he made the right decision because that play was swallowed up for no gain.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
48 for Mike.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Woods the intended receiver.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Hey, alert 3. Check 13.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 11th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield on play action. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
They'll run on 1st down. Mack. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 13-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Ready? Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Stay with your man. Shit.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
And his kick here is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, Isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
On first down, it's Hubbard. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Terry McLaurin, 78 yards. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second and 5 now. Murray. It's caught. Cooper.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Murray now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. And Woods has it complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
I got you.
Murray going to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a 1-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
They'll run on first down. Hubbard, they find some open field here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run here with Mack, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. They fake the handoff. Now Murray letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it'll bring up third down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Here's Murray. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Throwing now is Murray. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Murray now on first down. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Amari Cooper with his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it again with Fournette. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Lashley. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Murray now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Murray. And he'll find Lashley there. It's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He's back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. To throw. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Hey, you got 3 down.
Back to throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. To throw is Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. First throw of overtime for Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. A partner, great.